Good morning. So today's show, this is my first season of doing live shows or recorded shows, but they are live during the holiday season. And as many of you who have known me for years know, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the holidays because of what they have become. But yesterday, I went shopping at Stauffer's of Kissel Hill, and I was really happy to, first of all, I haven't been there since I got back from the Bay, and to see all of the same people that were there last year. And then when I was checking out and speaking to the people who work there who were checking me out and then a manager, I know why Stauffer's doesn't have a lot of turnover because they're a great company to work for. So I asked, as I always do, are you open on Thanksgiving Day? And I was told no, they are not. All of their stores are closed on Thanksgiving Day. And there happened to be a manager standing near me, and he said, and by the way, we close early on Christmas Eve. We are closed on Christmas Day. We close early on New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, Christmas Eve they close early. Christmas Day they're closed. They close early on New Year's Eve, and they are closed on New Year's Day. And I said, how wonderful. This is a wonderful place to work. Unfortunately, not all people who work in supermarkets or retail stores are able to say that. And it is very much a shame. Now, my husband and I, for many, many years now, have made it a rule that we do not shop anywhere on Thanksgiving Day. And that's because we take that day to actually do what we're supposed to do on Thanksgiving. We're supposed to give thanks for what we have, not go running around looking for what we want or what we think we have to have. Look, I want to know what happened to the thanks and the giving in Thanksgiving because it's just not there anymore. Now, I know some people get upset with me. I've had some very snarky comments made to me, but I used to have big Thanksgiving gatherings. I used to invite people to my home. And then I started noticing this trend that it seemed that on Thursday, people started thinking more toward Christmas than they thought about Thanksgiving. It was like they couldn't wait for the meal to be over, especially once stores started opening on Thursday. It's called Gray Friday now because instead of Black Friday, stores open on Thursdays on Thanksgiving Day. And I started finding that my guests were bringing newspaper clippings and coupons and sales ads, and it was like they couldn't wait for dinner to be over so they could get out there and start their Christmas shopping. And it did frustrate me. And somebody called me on it. Somebody said to me, well, you don't have children and your husband makes a really good living. You don't have to worry about saving money or getting something cheap so your kid isn't disappointed by Santa on Christmas Day. No, I don't. But see, I hope that if I had children, I would teach them that Christmas isn't really their birthday. It's Jesus's birthday. And that I don't think I would even do the Santa thing. But those are shows for the future. I'll be talking about Christmas a lot more as the weeks go on. And I also want to open something up to all of you. I am taking personal messages and questions about how I have taken the stress, some of the stress anyway, out of the holidays, which I do not enjoy in any way, shape, or form. I hate them. I dread them every year. They come every year, and I don't like them. And I'll share a little bit of why I don't like them with you, and I'm going to start with Thanksgiving. But any of you who have good stories, I want to hear the good stuff. But I also want to hear the horror stories, because when I talk to people about my holiday horror stories, I find that I'm not alone in my feelings about the holidays, but we're concentrating on Thanksgiving. And the fact is, I used to get frustrated when people came to my home for Thanksgiving and all they could think about was getting out there and start their Christmas shopping. But there's another trend that's starting, and this is very sad. I just found out that J.C. Penney's in my town is opening, and I think everywhere, 2 p.m. on Thursday. Now, how can anybody have a true blessed Thanksgiving dinner with their family if they have to be at work at 2 p.m.? First of all, having a cocktail is out of the question. And who wants to have Thanksgiving dinner at 11 o'clock in the morning? I mean, some people do, trust me. I've been to that. I've had that fiasco. But it's not fun. So you have parents out there whose children have to go to work at 2 p.m. on Thursday. And yet they want their children around the table on Thanksgiving Day. So they probably will have Thanksgiving dinner at 11 o'clock in the morning. Or they will have to do their Thanksgiving another day if their kid can get a day off during this season, which is really hard for people in retail. Now look, I don't blame the retail stores. We all know that brick and mortar retail stores are in trouble. We do. Because it's so much easier to shop online. And yet still, every year, millions of people stand in line, storm the Walmart door, stampede over their fellow human beings. Because their kid just has to have that fucking Xbox under that tree on Christmas morning. And they're not going to pay full price for it. They're going to get it at a discount. And they don't care who they stomp on or trample on or push to the curb. They don't care if they wait at the checkout line for 2 hours. They're getting that Xbox. Is that really what we're supposed to be doing on Thanksgiving? Stomping over fellow human beings to get our spoiled, rotten kids an Xbox? How about teaching our children to be thankful that they have a PlayStation or a Nintendo? That they have a phone or a tablet where they can play games on? How about teaching them that Thursday, the day of Thanksgiving, is a day to be with those you love, or if you're not, to at least be thankful for what you have? And why is it only one day? Why is Thanksgiving one day? Oh, everybody's like, oh, the whole month of November, let's say what we're thankful for every single day. Why don't we do that every single day? 365 a year. I know that every day I wake up, I am thankful for my husband, for my health, for our precious dog, for the blessings that we have. And whether you think those blessings came from somewhere above or from your hard work, I tend to think the latter. Our blessings are because my husband is a damn hard worker. And he was always ambitious. And he did well for us, for our family. And he is so proud to support our family. I am thankful for that every single day. Not just on the third or fourth Thursday in November. And then I'm starting to hear this bizarre trend on my Food Network and on other channels. Thanksgiving's all about the food. What? Really? It's all about the food. The fact that millions of Americans, including children, go to bed hungry every night, do not eat 3 healthy meals a day, and we have turned Thanksgiving into a day of gluttony. People come to Thanksgiving dinner dressed in sweatpants. They're fat clothes. They stuff themselves with so much food like they've never eaten before. My God, why? Why? It is estimated that Americans will gain 15 to 20 pounds between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Why? Why? Why do you come into someone's home and scarf down food like you've never had turkey before? Why? What a shame and what a waste. What my husband and I are going to eat on Thanksgiving Day is basically an equivalent of a normal Sunday dinner. I bought a small turkey, and I'm making a couple of sides, but I'm not overcooking. We are going to eat a normal Sunday size meal. We're going to have some foods that we normally don't eat. But I'm not making triple portions. There is no pie in my house. There are no cookies in my house. There is no dessert because we don't eat dessert on Sundays. What I'm going to do on Thanksgiving Day, because to be honest with you, as a home chef and a pretty good one, I find Thanksgiving food very boring. Technically, I could cook most of what I'm cooking on Thursday blindfolded. And I'm not a big fan of turkey because it's the most boring meat out there alive, in my opinion. And I've had it done wrong and I've had it done right when I've gone out to other people's places to eat, but it's not something I crave. But I do make the best turkey that anybody who's ever eaten my turkey says it's the best turkey. And my husband loves it. So for him, I am going to make a turkey. I'm going to add a few extra little things to it this year. I'm going to use white wine, Chardonnay. And I'm going to do a really good experiment and try to make my own gravy from the white wine and the turkey stock that I get after I cook my turkey. And I'm looking forward to that because it's something new, something exciting, an experiment. I'll learn something. After coming off of my beautiful beef gravy I made, that actually is my first gravy that ever worked after trying many times, I'm pretty confident. But see, that's what I want Thanksgiving to be. I want to try new things. I'm not doing mashed potatoes. I'm doing mashed sweet potatoes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some brown sugar on top of them after they're done, and I'm going to torch them, like brulee them. And I think that's going to be interesting and fun. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Because nobody's coming over. And again, tomorrow I'm going to talk about when people come over. But today it's really about what happened to the thanks and the giving. And if you people are like, well, Christmas is a Christian holiday. Easter is a Christian holiday. I'm not a Christian. That's great. Thanksgiving is not a religious holiday. Because no matter what religion you practice or you don't practice, you should have something to be thankful for. And that should be what Thursday is all about. It should not be about making lists and checking them twice. It should not be about rewarding retail stores for forcing their employees who want to have a beautiful Thanksgiving with their families to come into work. It should be about saying no. There's a whole movement on Facebook, if you look for it, and it says, say no to shopping on Thanksgiving. I've joined it. I do not shop on Thanksgiving. I hope you all will join it as well. I really hope you do. Because for all the years that I had Thanksgiving dinners with people other than just my immediate family, nobody ever used to be like, well, we had a really nice time, but we gotta go because the mall just opened. Walmart's open and they've got a deal on flat screen TVs and little Junior really wants a flat screen TV for his room. We gotta go. Back in the day, nobody used to say, oh, I gotta go to work. Because everything was closed. And everything still should be closed. For one freaking day. Look, since Halloween, which by the way is my truly favorite holiday because it is, first of all, it's totally optional. And you can go as big or as small as you want, and it only lasts 2 hours on one night. I love it. But man, the day after Halloween, the television channel, it was like it was possessed. Everything is Christmas movies and Hallmark Christmas movies. Channels that are supposed to be about mysteries and murder and mayhem are showing Christmas movies. It makes you sick. It is only not even Thanksgiving yet, and I'm already so bombarded and sick of Christmas. Every channel. Fa la 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 la. Ooh, it's the most wonderful time of the year. You can save money if you shop on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. It makes you sick. They start bombarding us with Christmas, 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 Christmas the day after Halloween, and by the time Thanksgiving comes around, we're already sick of it. I always say, just get Christmas the fuck over with already, because I'm tired. I actually DVR shows that I could watch live just so I can fast forward through the stupid Christmas commercials. That's how much they drive me nuts. Mailman's here. Savvy's welcoming him. Savvy, it's just the mailman. So my thing is, look, if you really love standing in lines, being stomped on by strangers, just to get a deal, go for it. But don't screw up somebody else's Thanksgiving. When I used to do Thanksgiving dinners, it would take me, I would start cooking, literally start prepping and cooking on Monday. Yesterday, I would have already started cooking. I worked hard. I spent 4 days prepping, spent a lot of money on food, and I wanted to have a beautiful, classy, formal Thanksgiving. And then people show up in jeans and t-shirts and sweatpants and sweatshirts. Hey, I just heard somebody on Food Network say, I worked 3-4 days to cook for you. You can dress. I always serve alcohol at holiday meals. And I don't like it if I am invited to a holiday meal and even if the person doesn't want to provide alcohol, that's great, but I always bring a bottle of wine. And I get that snarky little eyebrow raise. Oh, she couldn't go 1 fucking day without a drink. No, see, it's a holiday. And the way I celebrate holidays is I dress, I put my makeup on, I do my hair, I wear jewelry, and I drink. I have cocktails with my holiday meal. And if you don't like that, that's fine. Again, we're going to talk a little bit more about this tomorrow because it's something that I have actually gotten questions about and messages about, and I've been told stories about these horrific Thanksgivings and holiday meals where, I don't know, things just aren't the way they used to be. But that's going to be a fun show actually tomorrow because it is a little bit of my old comedy self rearing its head. So it's going to be a little bit of fun. And believe me, any of you out there that think that I'm reminiscing about times you've been at my house for Thanksgiving, I am. But I'm not mad. But I'm just sharing it because so many other people have experienced the same thing. And lo and behold, they feel the way I do. Thursday is a day to be thankful for what we have and not worry so much about what we want, what we think we need, and what we don't have. It's a day to think only of sitting down to a meal, a normal meal, not the Last Supper where you're never going to eat again. You sit down to a normal meal and you gather with family or with the people you choose to have at your table. You watch football. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy watching football and watching the Thanksgiving Day parade and watching the dog show and having a beautiful meal with my dog and my husband, the 2 people I am most thankful for and who mean the most to me and are the only 2 people I actually want at my Thanksgiving table. They will appreciate my food, whatever I decide to cook, however it turns out. And they won't be thinking, oh, wait, Walmart's open. They're having a sale. Gotta go shop. See, they won't do that. And that makes me happy. And it makes me very thankful. So look, whatever you are doing for Thanksgiving, I am doing a show tomorrow, but some of you may be traveling or prepping or doing something, and you might not have time to watch, and that's fine. It's going to be a fun show, funny, sharing some little anecdotes with Thanksgiving's past and other people's stories of Thanksgiving. But I do want to tell you again, please, message me if you have Christmas horror stories, Christmas shopping horror stories, and also the good stuff, because I always like to mix the snarky and the bad with the good and the beautiful. And so let me know what you're looking forward to this holiday season. And also let me know what you're dreading. And if you have any questions for me on how I have taken the holidays and turned them into me being in control, you let me know, and I will share my wisdom with you. It took a lot of years to start getting through the holidays so that while I still get a little upset, I still get a little agita, I don't freak out. I don't go anywhere I don't want to be. I don't buy gifts, and I don't expect gifts, which is good because I don't get any. But that's fine. So send me your questions, send me your stories. I can't wait to read them. I'm not going to mention anybody's name because I know this time of year people are scared. They are terrified that a family member or somebody else will see what they wrote or what they said and they'll be like, oh, what do you mean you don't want to come to my house for Christmas? What do you mean you don't want to buy my kids gifts? Ooh. So please remember, anything you ask me or say to me, I will not use your name. And I will certainly, well, I won't use your real name. And I'm even going to start saying what region of the country you're from. I won't even say your state. I'll just say from the Northeast, from the West, from the Southwest, from Central America. I mean, Central, you know what I mean. Like North Dakota or Wisconsin. I will keep your confidences, but I really want to share your stories because for years I thought I was the only one, and people made me feel that I was the only one. I can't believe you're so mean at Christmas. Why do you hate Christmas so much? Why do you ruin Christmas? Why do you complain? Well, I'm not the only one, and I know that because believe me, I hear all the stories. And there are people out there who really, truly do mistake and redefine the holidays to suit their own wants and their own needs, and it's all about them. And I find that very sad, especially when some people feel they have no choice but to adhere to those demands, those requests. So we'll talk about that some more. But tomorrow is going to be a fun show. And for those of you who are traveling, please be safe. There's going to be a lot of nutcases out there on the roads. And I hope wherever you celebrate Thanksgiving, with whoever you celebrate with, that you are where you want to be, with the people you truly want to be with, and that you are truly thankful for what you have. And don't worry so much about what you want, or what you don't have, or what you can get if you skip out early on Thanksgiving and go to the Walmart or the JCPenney. It's not worth it. Anything that you buy there will not be worth the time that you could have spent with your family, with people you love. Political Paula, out.